We'll be chilling and having a good time.
Guys, I'm still a little out of breath, so please excuse me if I sound exhausted. I only ran 2 miles. I'm coming clean, but I still get winded from 2 miles. Anyway, the other week, stumbled upon what's called Eckerd College. I cannot figure this out. It's beautiful. There's no one here. Like, every single time I come, I seriously see like 3 humans walking total. Okay, wait, I can actually see some people in the distance, and this is crazy. Like, what? A human? I can't figure it out. It's like smaller than a high school. I myself went to a pretty small school. It's called Marist College. I think there were like 5,000 undergrads total. So it was small. And honestly, I didn't even know big schools existed. Like, I guess I did, but it was just never an option. It was just like, obviously I was going to go to a school in the Northeast, and obviously it was going to be small, because I feel like I do thrive more under like small class sizes and smaller environments. But I'm not gonna lie, by senior year I was kind of just like, I feel like I know everyone. Like, I don't know, I don't regret going to a small school. I loved my college, but I just wonder what the heck it would have been like to go to like Miami, like the University of Miami in Florida, because there's one in Ohio too. Actually, that one would have been cool too, but guess I'll never know. I'm super excited because my mom just texted saying that all of my cousins and their boyfriends and girlfriends and aunts and uncles and family members are going to be coming for Christmas this year, which I feel like year to year things change. I mean, I haven't been home for Christmas in so many years, and I haven't been off in so many years for the Christmas season. Last year actually was interesting because I technically was off for Christmas. It was on a Saturday, which was amazing, but I wasn't off on Christmas Eve, and you know, everyone gets like that Friday and Monday then if it's on the weekend. I obviously wasn't off, so I'm so excited to just like be off for the holidays, and this is going to be my first time going home since last holiday season. I went home after Christmas, like in January, I believe, just because I was working, obviously. So I can't believe it's been so long. It's just so hard to find time to go home, and that's honestly the best thing about my job situation right now, like just the flexibility. And gosh, I haven't even used that flexibility to go home, but just knowing when I go home, it's not going to be a race against the clock, because I think it was Kelly Ripa's book I read. Yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago. She talked about how when she goes on vacation, all she's thinking about from the time she gets there is, we have 6 days left of vacation. Tomorrow, we have 5 days left of vacation. The next day, she's thinking 4 days left until I have to go back to work. And that's exactly how I felt. Like, it's the expression, I pretty much let my Monday ruin my Sunday. And whenever I'd be off, like, wow, okay, finally I have off like 4 days in a row from work, it'd just be like this little clock, this little tick in the back of my head where I'm like, well, I have to go back in X amount of days. And can I just say, returning from a vacation is just like its own form of human torture, because you walk into the office, you don't really want to be there. You'd rather be on a beach or with family or wherever you were. And everyone's like, oh, welcome back. And you're just like, thank you. I'm so happy to be back. Not really. And we all know that's not the case. And it's just, I always hated returning from vacation. But I am really excited that I get to go home for like an unlimited amount of time. Like, that feels so good. I'm so excited. And I won't be desperate for sleep. I feel like in the past when I was a reporter, I'd come home and be like, no one bother me. I'm gonna be in my little room cave. I need to catch up on as much sleep as possible. And then I'd sleep 10 hours and I'd wake up tired, because you know when you oversleep and you actually wake up more tired and you're groggy, and I just never felt like good. And I'm just so excited that like I'm actually feeling really good. Watch something happen, like I slip and I fall and I break a hip or something, but for now I'm feeling very good, and just I'm so excited. The one thing that stinks though is Neil can't come home for Christmas, my brother, because of work, and I feel so bad just because I don't know, like the whole family will be together, and I just feel like that'll be kind of depressing to see. I just wish there was a way we could get him home, but I just don't know how, and he has pets, and it's like situations like this where I just wish I was a millionaire, where I could just like book a jet, get the pets on the jet, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is why I would want money, not for like designer things, although that's great, but like it's scenarios like this where I just get so frustrated, like I need to find a way to be a billionaire. And also, I wasn't even vlogging for Thanksgiving this year because, as you guys remember, I took a little YouTube break, and that was immaculate. I have not had a Thanksgiving off since 2016. I've worked every single Thanksgiving and Black Friday, and it just felt so good to wake up, to watch the Macy's parade, like all of these things that I took for granted. So it'll just be so nice to have everyone together. Zach will be there. We've made a joke. Zach has avoided visiting my family for years now. He has not come home with me for years, but it just never worked out with the timing. He always had like a ski trip. He goes to Montana every year. He still is doing that this year. So he's coming home for the first time in years, which is kind of crazy. And I'm sure you guys have noticed my hair is wet. We're doing the Dyson today. I think I'm just gonna do straight, like just blow it out straight, because at this point I feel like I look like a freak with like curly hair, and my hair's this short that it like is up to like there, and it's not a good time. Just wanted to show you guys my all-star sandwich ingredients. The bread, I've showed it before, it's just this Trader Joe's bread that tastes so freaking good. I think it's like multi-grain. It comes in like the purple packaging. Avocado is a must. This is a game changer, and you don't even need like a mayo or a sauce if you have the avocado because it's so creamy. And then this, I mean, let's face it, this is the star of the show, the Boar's Head Everroast chicken breast. I'm not kidding. It tastes so good, so much better than if you just go to like Publix and get any other packaged chicken breast. This is like the daily cuts kind. So step one, we just smear a bunch of avocado on. I guess this is like maybe a fourth of an avocado. It depends how thick it's cut because I feel like it sometimes varies, but I normally do like 3 or 4 slices. Put the bread on top, give it a little cut. I cannot believe there are humans out there who don't cut their sandwiches. I think it's at like Jimmy John's where they don't cut it for you, which is just absolutely insane. And then there you have it. Super simple, but tastes so freaking good. Well, I wasn't going to admit this, but the bread that I just ate expired last week. And I still ate it anyway because that's just who I am, and there are currently explosions going off in my stomach. I don't know if it's because of the bread. All I know is that my stomach, it sounds like it's talking to me at this point. So we're gonna monitor that situation closely. I feel like I read in a book that the expiration date on a lot of items at the grocery store is not actually when it goes bad. It's just when it maybe starts tasting not optimal, something like that. So the companies don't want us to eat it, but it's virtually the same thing and it's not bad. And obviously I'm not talking about like chicken or something that'll make you sick, which actually my dad always loves to tell the story. Growing up in Ireland, he was pretty poor, and so he couldn't afford to just throw away food, and one day he had a piece of chicken that smelled so awful. It made the entire kitchen smell awful just because it was so expired. He just looked at it, had no choice, had to cook it and eat it. So I maybe just get it for my dad. I'm just like, we're gonna be okay. I hate wasting food. But speaking of food, I'm actually going to Trader Joe's right now because, first of all, it's so good to go right after you eat, because if I go on an empty stomach, guys, I'll buy the whole store. Like, I'll be like, oh, this, that. So I like going when I'm not starving, but going on a Friday, like Friday grocery shopping is just the new thing. First of all, you don't have the Sunday crowds because most people don't grocery shop on Friday, considering you have the whole weekend ahead of you and a lot of people eat out during the weekend. And then also, here in Florida, life has just been so fun. I don't want to spend my Sunday grocery shopping. I want to be living it up. So I'm getting this out of the way and hopefully just making this a quick one. Oh, also for the Dyson Airwrap, I ended up just putting my hair half up, half down today. I just wasn't feel like messing with it too much. So I pretty much just blew it dry, put it up, end of story. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I really did not get anything interesting at all. We've got the bananas, we've got the bread, we've got the 3 stalks of asparagus. You guys know, all my usual stuff. But can I just say, these prices are insane, especially considering the way the world is right now. I feel like everything is so freaking expensive. It's insane, it's nuts. My entire total for the week, minus I did have some deli meat in the fridge, so I didn't buy deli meat, but like I bought all my chicken, like all my normal stuff, $39.66. Like, I am telling you guys, this is so low for me. I know some people go to the grocery store and they're like, oh my gosh, I spend like $12 a week, but they also eat out every meal and they're also just eating unhealthy. Like, I'm buying, you know, healthy is typically more expensive, and $39, like Trader Joe's. I am a convert. I love this place. Okay, I just got some exciting news that Zach says he is willing to do the Wheel of Fortune audition, which you guys know, Zach is very passionate about Wheel of Fortune. He sits there and watches it almost every night, and he's actually pretty good. And we have to put together an audition tape because I think we have a star on our hands. Are you ready? Do you know what you're gonna say in the audition tape?
I'll just say, if you want a winner, pick me.
Unfortunately, Zach got a little busy with work, so we're not able to film the Wheel of Fortune audition today, but I really want to do it, especially I want to do it in Vlogmas, and I want to show you guys what we submit, and let's see if they actually get back to us. But what I've been doing, editing, what else is new, and then also, I've actually been on LinkedIn, just kind of creeping around, looking around, and that's something that I have been doing for the past couple of months, where I am loosely job hunting, nothing crazy, trying to lock something down, but I have been intrigued just to see what's out there. I mean, a lot of people ask me, what is my end goal? What am I planning to do? Am I planning to get back into reporting? Am I planning on doing anything? I mean, the big answer is I don't know. I feel like that's my answer with everything nowadays. I'm just not on a trajectory of a target. You know what I mean? When I was in college and I was preparing to be a reporter, I knew that's what I was going to do. Actually, I didn't even make the final decision until my second semester senior year, but I still had a path, and right now I don't, which I have to say, it feels good to not have the pressure, but I'm definitely interested. Especially I've been looking at jobs that didn't even exist 5-10 years ago, even just a couple of years ago. It's really interesting to see what's out there in the communications sphere in terms of writing and social media. And I feel like I have certain skills that I could use, not in a traditional job sense. Obviously, I've never, had a traditional writing job or a traditional social media job, but I think I'm pretty well-versed in the area. I'm now planning on getting back into reporting. That's something that, as I'm looking in kind of just the communications category, it pops up every once in a while, we are looking for a reporter, MMJ, and just the job description, and it just I'm just oh my gosh, no. It's must be able to work weekends, must be able to work crazy hours, must be able to give up your entire life. I'm not looking for that, and I don't even think I'm necessarily looking for a 40-hour-a-week job. I'm more so maybe a 30-hour type. I don't know. And this isn't even something I want to happen now. I'm more so just looking because I'm curious as to what is out there. And now that we think we are going to stay in the St. Pete area, it's interesting being able to put a city to it. I mean, on LinkedIn, I have been looking at remote jobs, hybrid jobs, and it's just helpful to see ooh, what is out there here in the Tampa St. Pete area. Another thing I am excited to do, and I really, really want to do, I don't really like to talk about this that much on here because it always feels this is one of those subjects that's very weird to publicize, but I really want to volunteer again, because not being in one location for a long period of time has kind of hindered me from doing that. When I looked into things, I mean, you apply for it, they have to obviously do background checks and certain things, and it's by the time I got accepted, I'd only volunteer for what, a week? I want to volunteer with an organization long term, which when I got to Dayton, I remember obviously I was just trying to settle in, everything was kind of crazy, and then I had X amount of free time where I was you know what, I've got my groove and I can give up my free time for, I was either gonna do one of two things. One, find a volunteer organization. I was looking at the Dayton Hospital, which I don't know if that's ever going to be something I can do. Hospitals just make me really not well. I'm just not, it really makes me anxious. So I don't know why I was looking into that, but it was one of the first things that popped up. Or I was going to join a gym and actually start exercising. I chose to join a gym. I felt very guilty about it. And you might be thinking why didn't you could do both? What the heck? I feel like I barely had free time. I was working so many extra hours just to stay afloat. And so I didn't volunteer, but growing up going to Catholic schools, you always had to have X amount of service hours every year. I forget how many hours, maybe 60 or something, 60 or 80, 100, I can't remember. It's almost a selfish thing. It always made me feel so good. I remember I would volunteer at the nursing home in my town. I did Habitat for Humanity where we would build houses. I mean, weeds played a very small role in building houses. I truly have no idea how to build a house, obviously. So those are just things that I'm really excited about for when I actually find a home, pick a home base that I just haven't been able to do. And also there was a new law put into place, I know in at least New York City, where jobs have to list the salary range, because it's annoying if you're looking for a job and you're applying and then you're wasting your time doing the whole application process with a job that is paying you minimum wage and you thought it was going to be like X amount of money, you know what I mean? However, I have seen organizations are abusing this, and all they put is, like, one of them, I was so annoyed. I think it was it might have been the New York Post. It put salary range for this one position starts at minimum wage and goes all the way up to $200,000 a year. Something ridiculous like that, where, all right, clearly this isn't an accurate range. And I also feel like part of my desire for wanting a normal job is because I've never had a normal job. I've never had an 8 to 5 or a 9 to 5. I know it varies, but like I've only ever had this like crazy weird reporter job. I've never done a normal job. And I honestly think in my head, I am, like glorifying it or making it seem so much better than it is. I know it's probably going to become so mundane after like 3 weeks, but I'm interested. And don't hold me to this. This isn't me saying I'm going to be getting a job in a month. This is something I've been doing since the day I quit reporting, pretty much. Like just loosely looking, seeing what's out there. And I think it's just one of those things where if something felt so cool, so right, I would take it. But I'm not in a position where I'm like, I just need to take anything. And I'm not interested in like PR for an organization that's not interesting. Like I want something interesting. I want something creative. And it's very specific, which is why it's not necessarily like popping up every second, you know what I mean? So I'm loosely looking. I am quite excited because I booked Zach and I a reservation for a place we've been wanting to try for quite some time. It's called Cass's in downtown St. Petersburg. So we are going there for a nice 6:45 resi. Honestly, the one bad thing with my nails is putting on and off earrings is just not the easiest, especially these ones are, if this will focus, pretty freaking long. I feel like whenever I get ready for the day, I need to like switch up my nighttime look in some way just to like add a little something. Even just like putting a jean jacket on, I feel like makes the look so different. So this is it before. I feel like it's giving, like I always say, this gives like pilgrim vibes. Putting on the jean jacket. Let's see. What are we working with? I feel like the color, ooh, I just messed up my hair. And if I step back, I feel like this just like adds a little something. This actually makes the dress look way more normal. With like the sleeves, I don't know, I always feel self-conscious in this dress. And then I think I'm gonna darken up my lips a little bit, which some of you might find this disgusting. I'm just like gonna pile product on product. This I've not been using lately. This used to be one of my go-to reporting lipsticks, Stila. I loved it in the shade Patina. It is a little purpley for me, so I don't know why I'm putting it on, but I feel like I haven't worn it in forever. That was probably a mistake. This is, I look purple. I look like a witch. Maybe do a little more bronzer. And then I'm going to do my Pillow Talk over it. This is my lighter Pillow Talk shade because I also have Pillow Talk Medium that I use a lot. But we need to lighten this up. And then a little buxom lip gloss. Wow, it's so crazy. This seriously used to be my everyday look that I'm suddenly not feeling in the slightest sense of the word. But I don't know, does it tie? No, there's not. I was gonna say, does it tie in some of these colors? No. And then as for my hair, I'm just gonna keep it how it was. Do you wanna show everyone my favorite shirt of yours? Wow.
I need to.
Oh, diva. Getting a little
She complains about my wrinkly clothes and then she comes and wrinkles them.
I've never complained. It was a girl at the bar went up to me.
You said it once and you're like, it is wrinkled.
Well, I normally don't notice these things. One girl at the bar said his shirt was wrinkly, and ever since he's always like, it's wrinkly.
You show off your nails.
Yeah, I love them. They're so nice. Oh, Zach said these are his least favorite nails I've ever worn.
No, I've said, like, I like the color, I like the tips. It just, when you look at them straight on,
they're long.
They're a little like, they're not that long. You've had longer ones. They just kind of like point weird. That tastes good?
I know. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're being adventurous. We saw sweet fried plantains on the menu. We've never had this, and we're gonna give it a try. You take the first one. They look disgusting.
It looks like a little turd. I like it. What the heck was that?
Well, I just oh, I got it on camera. You're making fun of me. Fine. Zach got how many like fish types are in that? I think it has like 6 different types of fish: lobster, tuna, salmon, like everything. And then of course, I just got chicken sandwich and fries, and I'm feeling good. All right, so dinner was fabulous. I just applied my triple step of lipstick, and Zach is like having a fit.
No, I just tell her, and I say this often, that you don't need to keep putting lipstick on throughout the night, non-stop, especially when she looks at herself and she's like, yes, I look great. And then 2 minutes later, it all goes awry, and it's all in her mouth, or on her, it's on her face. Like, she wears it on her face, her lipstick. It's like everywhere. 2 minutes later.
It's not on my eye.
I didn't say eye, I said your face.
You were pointing to my eyes.
But like, sure, if you're like, if you put your lipstick on and just stuck the way you think it looks immediately, I get why you like it, but it doesn't do that, so just stop putting it on.
Guys, I look so good.
Yeah, I'll take a photo in 2 minutes.
I'm not gonna play it safe. I'm not gonna play it safe. It's going down on Christmas Day.
Guys, I have no idea how the end of this vlog looks because I'm definitely not sober. Like, I'm not drunk, but I'm tipsy, and I just had to edit this, and normally this would not be the case. I would just be going to sleep, sleeping it off, but it's Vlogmas, we have daily uploads, and I'm just not confident about this ending of editing, so we'll see. Let's hope there's not any, like, crazy, like, weird mistakes, or I don't even know what, but tonight was so much fun. Seeing Petersburg, like, I'm just, like, discovering more and more of downtown each week, and it's just like so cool. I couldn't even tell you the bars we went to tonight because I just don't know. They're kind of just like wandering around like 2 lost souls. But anyway, this is where I need to go. I need to go to bed and wake up early to upload this because I'm not going to be able to upload it tonight. I just need to go to sleep. So thank you guys so much for watching. Love you so much, and I don't really know what's in store for tomorrow. I'm thinking we might go to like the pool or beach, which is always really hard to record though. But we'll figure it out. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or